This is week 2 in our 4-part series, Feel Better in 30 Days. We started our full body workout from a seated position. If you're ready, join me in a standing position. Let's start with a walk. Pump your arms, relax your shoulders. As we walk in place, think about pressing toe ball heel. Yeah, just pump your arms. Now let's tap right and left. Tap right and left. Just watch your chair, know what's around you, stay safe. Walk in place, pump your arms. Let's go in 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Tap right then left. How about reach front? And we'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Walk in place. Let's progress this just a little bit. Walk to me 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and back. Tap right, left, reach front. Walk to me 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and back. Tap right, then left, reach front. Little coordination. Walk to me. 4, 3, 2, and back. Press toe ball heel. Tap right. Option, reach up. One more time, walk to me and back, tap right, reach up. Good, just walk in place and we'll finish right here. Plant your feet down a comfortable distance apart. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down. We'll lift our shoulders up and down. Shoulder shrug. Good, now I would like you to anchor down to the floor, pressing not only the big toes down, but your baby toe down too, also your heels. You're up nice and tall, but your knees are slightly bent. And I'd like you to really think about lifting your shoulders up and then pushing them down. Use your own body's resistance. We'll do 4 more. Connect your breath with your movement. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, 1 more time. Shoulders are down, lift your right heel up, then switch with your left. Then your right, then your left. Maybe bring your feet a little bit closer together. That might feel a little bit more comfortable. Good, just want you to pedal. I'm gonna pick up my speed just a little tiny bit. I wanna roll not only through my feet, toe ball heel, but I wanna push my heels down and press work and energy up into my hips. Your thumbs and your index fingers are just touching slightly. Everything's nice and gentle, a gentle fist. We're using our arms and we're pushing and pumping. That's it. We'll do 4, 3, 2. How about right knee lifts? Chair's there as we need it. Right foot comes down, left knee lifts, left foot down. Right, anchor down, left, anchor down. I'm going slow on purpose. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, that's very normal because your balance system is saying, whoa, 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 how come you're holding your knee up this long? You're getting strength, a little bit of weight shift, and of course your ankles are turning on and saying, yikes. All right, let's do the left, and then we'll do 1 more right-left. Good. You can put your feet down. Again, shoulders distance apart. We'll squeeze our shoulders forward and then squeeze your shoulder blades together back. Now from a standing position, you might be able to get a little bit more range of motion as you open up your hands and then your palms come into your body. So I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then squeeze them front. These are postural muscles. This will help us to sit and stand nice and tall. Knees are slightly bent. Good. We'll just squeeze in both directions. Good. Really think about squeezing the skin around your spine and then draw your shoulders forward. Let's make this the last one. Good. Now open up. and relax your shoulders down, and then just shake everything out. Kind of let some of the tension that you might have been carrying in your shoulders from using your own body's resistance to just dissipate a little bit. We're moving into a squat. Let me give you a side view. Your feet are a comfortable distance apart, maybe even a little wider than your hips. You've got your chair there for support. I'd like you to sit back, weights in your heels. Sit back, sit back, sit back, and then squeeze your glutes and come up. Good, let's do that again. Push back, weights in your heels, wiggle your toes, but press them down, don't let them flip up, and then squeeze up. So I want you to really think about this because you shouldn't feel any pain in your knees. If you're feeling pain in your knees, notice your body's position. Are you coming forward? Sometimes I see this happening in my classes with my participants, and that can aggravate knee pain. But if we're sitting back, we let our muscles take the work and the energy, and we come up. Another variation is to simply reduce the range of motion. Sit back a little, then squeeze and come back up. You can sit back a little bit more, squeeze and come back up. Draw your belly button in. Let's do 4 more. You find the range that's right for you. Squatting is a part of everyday life, so we want to make our muscles strong so we can keep doing this movement for everyday activities, using our muscles, minimal pain in our joints. Nice, stand up nice and tall and walk that out. If you were really using your body's resistance, you might have felt that through your hips, your leg muscles, abdominals pulled in. I know I was feeling that. All right, our next exercise, anchor your feet again, a comfortable distance apart. Elbows lift, push, pull, squeeze down. So push up against resistance, push forward, pull back, and press down. Use your own body's resistance to increase the muscular strength in your upper body. Good, push, pull. Connect your breath with your movement. You might have an inhale here, exhale here. Inhale as you pull back, and exhale as you come down. Good, really think about what you're doing here. Keep your weight back in your heels. Wiggle your toes just a little tiny bit. Good, lift your chest up just a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Even though we're working against our own body's resistance, we still want to pay attention to our posture. We'll make this our last one, okay? Then release and down. Then we'll release and shake that out. We're moving on to our kickstand squat. So bring your weight over into your left foot. Your right toes are down. Sit back into a squat. Sit back, 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 and then come right back up. Side view. We're sitting back. Make sure your knees stay over your ankles rather than coming forward. And you might find there's a little bit of balance there as well. I know I'm finding that I have to pay attention to what's going on because my ankles are rocking and rolling just a little tiny bit. That's why we use a chair. It's a tool to help us with our stability, to help us get stronger. If you choose not to use your tool, your arms might counterbalance out in front, that's fine. Think about sitting back, you choose how low you go. We're all different. Some of us might go a little bit lower than others, and that might feel good on your leg, on your hip, on your knee. Of course, the few repetitions that we've done, I'm starting to feel the heat in my thigh. Heat is good, pain is not. We'll do one more. Learning the difference is important so that we can build strength, make ourselves stronger, but we don't want to hurt ourselves along the journey. All right, we have the other side to do. So my weight shifts over into my right. My left heel is lifted. I sit back. Your first few, pay attention to your form. Notice how you might feel a little bit different on this side. Is your foot rocking and rolling just a little bit? Do you notice if you're shifting weight out into your pinky toe or into your big toe? See if you can even that out just a little bit. And again, I'm not hinging forward. This is not the exercise. A hip hinge is a good exercise. It's just not what we're doing. We're sitting back. And then we're squeezing our glute and we're standing up. We're drawing our belly button in. I have about 80% of my weight in my right leg, maybe just 20% in my left toe as a kickstand to help me with balance. Good. And I'm pushing down. It's almost like I'm sitting back and I'm pushing a spring down, and then I'm squeezing and I'm coming up against resistance again. Let's do 2 more. Come up nice and tall. Good. Walk that out. Upper body exercise. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. Knees are relaxed. Arms reach up and in front. We grab an imaginary resistance band that's anchored into the ceiling. We pull down, elbows out, down, and into our hips, out, up, and in front. Pull down, push up. Chest is up nice and tall. I'm working against my own body's resistance, but I'm relaxing my shoulders. It's a lot to think about. My belly button's pulled in. Now let's connect our breath with our movement. A breath as we push up, a breath as we draw down. Working as if there's an imaginary force. We're pushing up, we're pulling down. This is working the big muscles that run along the back of our rib cage. That's it. Let's do 2 more. Up, down. Last one. Good. Keep your arms all the way down, and then we'll release from here. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Our next exercise is a plie squat. So your feet are a little bit wider. My heels are on the outside of my hips. My toes are turned out as if I was looking at a face of a clock on the floor. My toes are at 10 and 2 o'clock. I'm up nice and tall. As I lower straight down, my knees go out over my ankles, and then I squeeze my inner thighs and I come up. So I'm pushing down and then I'm drawing up. Now I want you to think about the backs of your knees. Open them towards the backs of the room and then come up. Now, if you feel that your knees are going out over your toes, if it's comfortable for you, step a little wider. That's not comfortable for everybody. And it takes a little bit of balance to be able to get your feet out a little bit wider. So just do what's right for you. Remember, we're adding progressions each week. You can even add the progressions each day. Do a little bit more, back off as you need to. That's it. Good. I like this exercise. I want you to think about coming straight down, knees out over your toes, and then draw back in. Now, as I say knees over my toes, I'm going in the same track as my toes. But as I come down, I really want my knees to line up over my ankles, roughly, and then squeeze back in. Are you beginning to feel a little bit of heat in your inner thighs? Yeah, me too. So we'll just do one more. Down, squeeze, 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 come up. Good. Now how do we get out of this? We bend our knees and we relax. We bring our toes in, our heels in, our toes in, our heels in, and then we walk that out. Good. Our next exercise is a hip hinge with a row. Your feet are a comfortable distance apart. Now we hip hinge forward. A nice long spine. My knees are slightly bent. I am sitting back slightly, but I'm hinging forward. My arms are down in front. I'm going to draw my elbows up, squeeze the skin around my spine, and push down. Pull up, push down. Connect your breath with your movement. Inhale, draw up against resistance. Exhale and push down. Look out in front of your feet. Keep your spine a nice long extension. Your neck is relaxed. You're looking out in front. You might imagine that you have a peeled grapefruit underneath your chin. You don't want to let the grapefruit go, but you also don't want to squish the grapefruit and get juice down your chest. And that might be a good visual cue to help you settle your neck in the right position, keep you from cramping, keep you strong through the exercises. Now, your arms might be feeling okay, your legs might be starting to feel some of the work, and that would be very normal. You're always welcome to stand up a little bit more as that feels right for you. Keep your spine lengthened, keep your belly button drawn in, and we're only doing one more. I'm releasing my arms down, and then I'm standing all the way up. Calf raise is next. My feet are in just a little bit more. I'm lifting my heels up and down. I'm using my tool for support, keep me stable as I get used to the exercise. Then when I'm ready, I can choose to let go of the chair. I'd like a little pause at the top though. And if you find that your weight shifts forward just a little bit, that's normal. We're throwing ourselves off balance just a little bit. And that helps us to find our balance, regain our balance, and it's really good for fall prevention. We're going to add arms as well. I want you to reach up and down. Again, like you're shooting a basketball into the net. Wrist rotation. Good. You could always take a break and not lift your heels up. I'm always okay with that. And then join back in, and we'll finish with these final 4. See if you can pause at the top. Last one. Nice, walk that out. We have one more exercise. It's our tricep extension. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. Hip hinge position. Arms are down by your sides. Draw your elbows up. Your tricep is the back of your upper arm. We press our pinky back and up towards the ceiling, and then we bend at the elbow and bring our fists back to our hips. Extend back, pause, bend, fist to hips. Belly button is drawn in. To engage the tricep, sometimes it's a little tricky, at least for me. I have to really focus on keeping my elbows lifted, extending and pausing at the top, and then drawing in, especially because we're not using weights and we're focusing on our own body's resistance. We really have to think about pushing up, pausing, a gentle squeeze so we don't get any cramping in our tricep, and then a release. This is a good exercise even if you do strength training with weights. Sometimes to do the exercise without weights and to really focus on perhaps a deeper range of motion than what you might normally get if you were using weights. This allows you to work your body just a little bit differently. And then when you go back to adding weights in this exercise, you might find that you're able to get just a little bit deeper into the exercise, get a little bit stronger. Let's do 2 more. Connect your breath with your movement. Last one. Good. Release your arms all the way down. Push to stand. Roll your shoulders back. Great job. Let's stretch things out. I want you to sit back in a squat. Your hands are on your quadriceps. Round your spine like the letter C. Lengthen your spine. Open up your collarbone. Push to stand. Side view. I sit. I'm using my quadriceps as support, tucking my tailbone under, rounding my shoulders to my hips, lengthening as I push my tailbone back, and then push energy into the floor as I stand up nice and tall. Sit, tuck and round. Feel the stretch in your upper back. Lengthen, look out in front. Don't forget about that grapefruit. Push and stand up, and we'll do that one more time. Good, and walk that out. Our next exercise, open up your heart. Palms are up, thumbs lead the way. Gives us a good stretch in our chest, front of our shoulders. Wiggle your right fingers. You're gonna come up and make a sandwich. Your right palm is over your left, and then you're just gonna drop down, up, flip, and around. That's all we're doing. drop down, fingertips to the ground, left over right, circle up and around, right over left, fingertips down, left over right, up and around. Let's stop at the top and go the other way. Down, fingertips down, right over left, up and around. 2 more. Last one. We'll stop at the top. We'll press up, out. Good, roll your shoulders back. From here, put your weight in your left foot, your right heel is forward, sit back. Stretches in your hamstring. Your weight is slightly in your heel. It's mostly in your left side, but your right heel is down, your right toe is lifted, belly button's in, chest is up, spine is long, and that gives us a good stretch in our glute, hamstring. And if you're lifting your toes up towards your face, you'll feel it behind your knee and in your calf as well. We'll come up nice and tall. We'll push our right toe down. We'll bend our right knee, push our left heel into the floor, get a good stretch for your calf muscle. You might need to bring your left foot back just a little bit. Sometimes I do. And then I'm going to shift my weight so that my left heel comes up, my shoulders are over my hips, my tailbone tucks under, and the stretch goes into my hip flexor and down into my quadricep. Good, step together and we'll do the other side. Weights in your right, left heel forward, bend your right knee, push your hips gently back. Draw your left toes up, get a little stretch in your glute, hamstring, down the back of your leg. Press your toes down, come up nice and tall, shift your weight forward. Your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight. Stretching your calf muscle on the right side. Sometimes for me to feel it a little deeper, I need to bring my right leg back just a little bit. And then we'll lift up our right heel, tuck our tailbone under, sink down just a little bit. Stretch moves into your hip flexor and your quadricep. Good, and we'll release and step in. Walk that out. You're doing great. Stay consistent following the workout for this week, and then next week we'll add on a few more progressions that will challenge us rhythmically for a little bit more of a coordination, progression, and challenge.